Blog Talk Radio.
Welcome to another Friday night Pajama Party. We're here on location in Harlem, New York. Looking out the window over, seeing the Hudson River and the boats and everything out there, and it's a beautiful sight. My name is Poppa DD. I'm here with Ketel.
Hello.
Redwine.
Bonsoir.
And this is another edition of the Pajama Party.
All right now.
Where it's a late night or mid to night adult talk show and put it down type of thing. And Ketel, you want to give us the rundown of what we got going on tonight?
Sure. How's everybody doing?
I'm good.
You good? It's great?
I'm good for a Friday night.
Okay.
Friday night in Harlem.
I see. Your glass is full. What about you, Papa?
The weather's beautiful.
Can't complain, huh?
Not at all.
All right. Well, we got our hot topics tonight. Colombia seizes more than 17,000 pounds of cocaine.
Woo!
Wow. San Francisco police chief resigns. Mickelson named for federal insider trading. Also, Mississippi town must desegregate schools. Our hit it and quit it headlines. Bayer takes over bid. Taco Bell makes plan to test new store layout. Murrayfield says no to female members. Interesting. 60 Minutes, morally safer dies. What's popping with Poppa DD? He's going to let us know what's going on with that. Weird news. Michigan man charged after stripped paid. Okay.
Oh, stripper.
Oh, stripper. Okay.
Oh.
Not the strip that you use to test your blood, huh? Okay.
No.
Leaping sturgeon knocks boater unconscious. Woman's GPS led her straight into a lake. Really? I'm just saying. With Redwine, what's up with Oklahoma? Living for the city with Poppa DD. That's my story. It's going to be an interesting one tonight. My Hollywood wrap up. The cocktail of the week. I'll pronounce it later. The kiss it list and the last word. Sit back, relax, get your favorite cocktail, because we are, and we'll be right back.
Hey, this is Ketel with the yellow top. I'm waiting to hear from you tonight. I'm at the Pajama Party Live. So you can reach us at 914-803-4306, or you can check us out on apajamaparty.com. I've got my opinions, but I want to hear yours. Poppa DD and Redwine are trying to beat me down, so I need you to call back and back me up. I know you're out there. I can hear you breathing, so call me now, 914-803-4306. I'm right here on WBJP, Blog Talk Radio, waiting to hear from you. Here they come. I gotta go.
Welcome back to the Pajama Party. I'm being supervised by Redwine here.
Somebody's got to do it.
I'm one of your hosts, Poppa DD. I'm here with Ketel.
Hello.
And Redwine.
Bonsoir.
I think she's the supervisor here, but yeah.
Je suis Vin Rouge.
That Vin Rouge.
Anyway.
Yeah, that's for me to know.
Oh, it used to be yeah.
That's for me to know.
What, what's she?
Oh, we going on to the hot topic?
Yeah, we got our first topic is the Columbia seizes more than 17,000 pounds of cocaine.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's a lot of coke.
This is Colombia, where, Ohio?
No, Colombia.
Colombia.
Oh.
Colombia, Sudamerica. South
Oh,
America.
I thought you were talking about Columbia, Ohio.
No.
Or Columbia, South Carolina.
No.
Or
So
Columbia.
the country where drug lord Pablo Escobar once wielded more power than many elected officials made a staggering announcement this past weekend. Colombian authorities said they made their biggest cocaine seizure ever. Police seized more than 8 metric tons, which is more than 17,500 pounds of cocaine from a gang in a series of operations. The hefty haul weighed more than an African elephant and could have a street value of hundreds of millions of dollars. So one site of the country's largest drug confiscation, according to the police, was a banana farm that was near the mouth of a river. So the Colombian police that were backed up by 2 of those Black Hawk helicopters, they raided this banana farm early, like pre-dawn in the darkness on this past Sunday morning, and they were homing in on this dilapidated structure. So the building looked like it was all run down, not being used, but obviously, you know, there were things going on in there. And inside, they found hundreds of hidden bricks of cocaine. So the authorities plastered images of the drug seizure all over their social media accounts. And on Twitter, President Juan Manuel Santos congratulated the police for carrying out, you know, a successful operation and everything. So now what's happening is they're now profiling this one particular, I guess it's a drug cartel gang or group or something called the Usuga. I guess it's Usuga with the accent on the first U. So this drug gang is not as well known outside of Colombia, but some of their infamous predecessors like Pablo Escobar, Medellin cartel. So, like Escobar, this Usuga's group, the leader of them, is ruthless, and now he's got a search squad out trying to put hits on all of these police that were involved in this big bust.
Really?
So now he's got, I guess you call it hits, contracts, whatever you want to call it. He's got all of that going on, trying to take down the police that were involved. There were more than 2,000 officers involved in the search. And that's a lot of cops.
It sure is.
Involved, you know, trying to bring down a drug operation. But I guess when you find this kind of stuff,
right,
you need that kind of protection and coverage.
Right.
So he's got, you know, all of these people trying to bring this group down. And now the drug group is fighting back. And they're saying, you know, we're going to take y'all out one by one if we have to.
I'm shooting them up, bang, bang. You hear about some stories with that.
Well, authorities are offering a reward of up to $5 million for information leading to the capture of the leader of the Usuga clan.
What is his name?
Usuga. Well, I don't know his name. They just said the leader of the Usuga clan.
You think we need to make some phone calls, Papa?
No doubt.
I don't think I want to know his name.
He might come back and haunt us, huh?
Yeah.
You better watch
they
out,
said
huh?
He's got bounties on the heads of the police. He's ordered his hitmen to kill them in revenge.
Oh, my God.
For this, you know,
I
guess disruption in business. So we'll have to keep an eye on that one. But I mean,
so I'm wondering, where's the evidence going to go to? Which warehouse?
That's a good question. Well, I mean, it is still in South America, so I guess you can kind of draw your own conclusions.
I actually thought about that myself. What do you do with all that cocaine?
That's a lot of cocaine.
They claim they, quote unquote, burn it, but
yeah, that's what they claim.
That's a lot of folks getting
high.
Well,
this says the article says that the street value is about $250 million.
How do you burn powder?
I don't know.
That maybe had something you had to submerge or take out to the ocean. Yeah, to the ocean.
If they flush it, they probably flush a brick, keep a brick. Flush a brick, Keep it real.
Look, they're going to take it to the bottom of the ocean like Papa says, and later on they're going to go down there and get it another time. That's how it works.
Oh, no.
They're going to make sure they put it in a big plastic bag.
I mean, we're talking $250 million?
Yeah.
And that's U.S. dollars, not South American dollars.
Ooh, that's a lot of coins
What are you
there.
sipping on over there, Redwine?
Orange juice. I'm trying to get my vitamin C.
I bet.
Sweet poly purebred.
So what happened in San Francisco?
Okay, San Francisco, the embattled San Francisco chief of police resigned after shooting.
Really?
All right?
Another one?
Another one bites the dust.
Yeah. They got a lot of problems out there. Well, unlike many cities.
Right.
Yeah, well, it's contagious. The chief of the beleaguered San Francisco Police Department abruptly resigned. Abruptly, yeah, really. They couldn't get this guy to resign. We'll continue on with this. He abruptly resigned Thursday, hours after the fatal police shooting of an African American female in the city's Bayview district. Okay. Chief, his name was Greg Surge. He stepped down from his job as the city's top cop at the request of the mayor, his name is Ed Lee. Mayor named Ed Lee. The guy to step down, his name is Greg Surge. He's 57 years old. He had already been under pressure to resign in the wake of 2 racist and homophobic texting scandals. Okay, and controversial shootings of minority suspects by his officers under his leadership. Okay? His opponents has also held protests and hunger strikes in an effort to force him to resign. So pressure mounted when 4 members of the Board of Supervisors joined in the calls for his resignation. So it started corrupting from within. People wanted him to go. So the mayor, who has stood by him for months, saying he's a good guy, he's my boy, you know.
Really? What's his name?
Who, the mayor?
Yeah.
Put him on, kid. His name is Ed Lee.
Okay.
Okay, we'll call him Mr. Ed.
Of course.
So the mayor stood by him for several months, you know, saying he was a good guy. Me and Lee were drinking buddies. We go golf and we bowl. My wife knows his wife. We exchange crochet. You know, what are you going to do? All right? But that changed following the Thursday morning shooting of the female, the black female. And the 2 of them sat down and had a meeting. All right? Like 2 good white folks usually do. And talk about how well we know each other and how we're going to get our ass out of this sling.
What we going to do?
What we going to do?
I don't know.
You got any suggestions?
I don't know.
We suggest.
It's a mess.
Does this come with some severance?
I don't know, but this is a mess.
Okay. All right. So after the meeting, he said, I've arrived at a different conclusion to the question of how best to move forward. Lee, who was the mayor, he said in a prepared statement released Thursday afternoon, and I quote, "That's why I've asked Chief Surge for his resignation."
A prepared statement.
And in the best interest of the city he loves so much. Now, they're talking about San Francisco. All right? Now, they're not talking about Fargo, you know.
Yeah, North Dakota.
Or anything like that. This is San Francisco where the Super Bowl just was. Okay? We're not talking about no little run-of-the-mill place here. But these guys up here joking like it's a joke. Which goes to show you that the leadership has been so mockery for so long that when something comes up, these guys forget they're in San Francisco. I thought they just went down in, Dodge City or somewhere.
Yeah,
but anyway, he says, I arrived at a different conclusion to the question of how best to move the city forward, Lee said in a prepared statement released Thursday afternoon. That's why I've asked Chief Surge for his resignation, finally, okay? In the best interest of the city that we know that Chief Surge loves so much, he tendered his resignation to me earlier today.
Oh, the city he loves so much.
He had no choice.
And Surge, the outgoing chief, they said he cannot be reached for comment.
Really?
But he loves his severance package that he's walking with. That doesn't say that. But anyway, Lee named Deputy Chief Tony Chaplin to be the acting chief. Chaplin currently oversees the department's Professional Standards and Principal Policies Bureau, and he's an African American.
Oh boy,
Okay. Okay.
That explains it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, so that gives the brother how many jobs now? Okay. Now he was working his ass off under this jerk off as the Professional Standards and Policy Bureau, and all this, and now they're gonna move him up to chief of police, acting chief of police, but I'm sure he still has his duties as that there. So they're working the brother to death now.
Yeah.
And making him feel like he's the good Negro. And you finally got your break. I said, you finally got your break. See, you stick around long enough and things will happen in the fall of your life. So on your lap, didn't it?
Because
hold it, what the hell is that shit?
Really?
But anyway, so the mayor praised the outgoing chief as a model San Franciscan.
Really?
And a great man. He merely said, that's my boy. Okay? My wife knows his wife. We share, what's that stuff with the turkey and the chicken and the duck?
Oh, turducken?
They share turducken at Thanksgiving. They go bowling together, and he said that him and his wife crochet together.
Who knows? They're probably swinging together.
Yeah, well, you know.
See,
Yeah.
San Fran, you never know.
Yeah, they wife swapped and everything else. All right. So he praised him as a model San Francisco and a great man. He will always have my respect. Damn, Mayor, get your tongue out of his ass. Anyway.
Yeah, really.
He made your city a disgrace, and you're still kissing his ass out the door. Now, the police union leader, whose name is Martin Holleran, who worked alongside Surge for years, praised his integrity. He said, Surge is a great man. He has deep morals. He's committed to the mission of public safety. Okay?
He's a good guy.
Committed to what?
So apparently everybody
killing black folks.
Apparently when Surge stepped down, he stepped away with a good severance package and plenty of tongues up his ass. But anyway.
Is that what it says in the article?
Yeah. Anyway.
Sure, he's paraphrasing.
Okay.
And the leader of the police union said that his retirement under pressure is an extreme loss to the department and the city. All right? Chief Surge at the core was and always will be a cop's cop and dedicated to the men and women with the uniform he wears every day and to serve and protect.
They really praising him.
So anyway,
yeah, they really are. They're really going on and on about it.
Yeah.
Now, here's the thing that really put the thing over the mark here. Several months was going on with this tension and everything, but things happened. He mentioned the most recent shooting that occurred Thursday morning in a predominantly African-American Bayview district. A 27-year-old woman in what police said was a stolen vehicle was fatally shot by a San Francisco police sergeant. It's unclear whether the woman was armed. Okay?
It's unclear.
And the shooting remains under investigation.
Wow.
All right?
I mean, it's unclear. Either she was or she wasn't.
Sound like some bad apples in that San Francisco.
So anyway, like I said, in all actuality, what we're talking about San Francisco, California. And this is a big metropolitan city where, and these people are playing like this is like a little sandbox. And they play in all these cities like the sandbox because the nepotism that goes on and the unfair hiring practices that goes on, the lack of experience, and everybody knows everybody's buddy, pal. And now when somebody gets in trouble, you almost got to do an act of Congress to get rid of them. And then they get rid of him kissing his ass out the door. Wow. And they're going to put a black guy in there to replace him. And he still got his other jobs. The black guy was in charge of all the stuff that the things are made of. He was in charge of, what was his title again? Let me find it on here real quick.
Something with standards?
Yes, he was the leader of the Professional Standards and Principal Policies.
Really?
Okay? So he's sitting there with his desk and all his fabulous things going on and pictures of his family and everything. And the chief of police was a jerk-off. So anyway, what are you going to do?
But I heard that they had the whole texting scandal.
Oh, there was scandals. Well, they're all.
You know, the cops were texting like racial slurs and calling black people animals and all this other stuff.
Of course.
Really?
Yeah, it was ugly. It was very ugly.
Because these guys, this is a generation, the old boy network, and they're set in their ways, and they're privileged. They never had to be entitled to, never had to be obligated to anything. Nobody ever told them no. You know, they have that stuff that little guy has. What's the name? Affluency.
Oh, affluenza.
Affluenza, exactly.
Yeah,
so
well,
anyway,
I wonder if
and then you
that's
grow up.
contagious.
So what's the difference?
Yeah, I think it is. But we're going to get into a story later. A golf course, how they don't want women on the golf course, but we're going to get into that. That's kind of,
crooked, man.
Yeah, everything's crooked.
Some sexism bull.
That's what I say, yeah.
All right, let's keep it moving.
I feel
Anyway, I'm
for the
Poppa
black
DD, by the way. I'm here with my 2 employees, Ketel and Redwine. And they're trying to get a...
Yeah.
I'm trying to keep them away from media because they heard something about a $15 minimum wage. So I've been putting earmuffs on the speakers on the radio and TV so they can't hear the news. But anyway.
Well, we're going to see how they do it up here in Harlem.
All right, coming up next, we got the famous golfer. What's his name?
Mickelson.
Mickelson.
For all this time, you thought it was Nicholson.
I thought it was Jack Nicholson, the older guy, but this is Phil Nicholson, the one that does the arthritis commercial.
Yeah, that's what it is.
He talks about his rheumatoid arthritis and things like that.
Yeah. I knew it was
He's a clean-cut guy, married with children. He's a sweet poly purebred like Redwine. And
yes, I know him well.
He did something wrong. What did he do, Kel?
Let's see what he's been getting into. Excuse me. The Securities and Exchange Commission named Phil Mickelson in a federal insider trade lawsuit alleging in court documents filed on Thursday. The 5-time major winner made nearly $1 million via information that was not publicly available. The complaint filed by the SEC in U.S. District Court in Southern District of New York named Mickelson as a so-called relief defendant, meaning the golfer has not been accused of any criminal wrongdoing. Really. It goes on to say Billy Ward is a well-known sports gambler who allegedly passed the information to Mickelson in July 2012. Now, this is just coming about. And Thompson C. Davis, the former head of Dean Foods, along with 2 companies controlled by Waters, were also listed as defendants. Phil has not been charged with insider trading. Really. It says Gregory B. Craig and Pat Swan, attorneys for Mickelson, said in a statement provided by USA Today Sports. Phil was an innocent bystander to alleged wrongdoing by others that he was unaware of.
Yeah, right.
Phil is innocent of any wrongdoing. Goes on to say, in a separate statement, Mickelson said he has been entered into an agreement, but he's not guilty, with the SEC to repay the money he made from the 2012 investment in Dean Foods.
Well, why is he paying the money back if he's not guilty?
See, he's repaying $931,738.12 in trading profits, and the interest is almost $106,000 in interest.
So that's almost $1 million.
And it goes on to say Davis allegedly gave Waters confidential information about Dean Foods, a major Dallas-based dairy processor and distributor, and Darden Restaurants, the parent of Olive Garden and other popular dining chains, from at least 2012 to 2014. So he's been given insider trade for almost 2 years.
Wow.
But check this out. Mickelson owed Waters money from gambling debts at the time the two chatted over the phone in July 2012, according to the lawsuit. Waters urged Mickelson to trade in Dean Foods stock, which Mickelson did the next trading day in 3 brokerage accounts he controlled.
To pay off his gambling debt? Wow. So, yep. And this guy, Mickelson, he's ranked, number 17 in the world.
Yeah.
He has won 42 PGA Tour titles, 9th all-time. He's won $79.5 million in prize money. He's second to all-time Tiger Woods. He won $110 million. And he got sponsors like Barclays, Rolex, Callaway, ExxonMobil.
And
that arthritis company.
And the arthritis company.
But you still need money. Come on.
Those gambling debts must have been something else.
Isn't that a trip?
I think that wife is something else, probably going up into Kohl's and Marshall's.
No, I don't think so.
Sorry.
We're going
Go
to Lord and Taylor's and Saks and the Red Star and
Barney's and
okay.
what's that other store, Tiffany?
All
those high-end stores.
So I guess somewhere to
Sorry, I was talking about somebody else's wife.
But
yeah, when you got money, you don't shop in those little low-end stores.
It just sounds like somebody got mad and they just squealed on them.
Exactly. Well, that's how it happens.
Yeah, it happens all the time.
And see, when they gamble, they play with what they call their slush money. And the guy, who knows? And then the guy, the one they have that they said is the
Waters.
Sports gambler, whatever. He's probably just some low life that walks around, that stays on the court.
Could be.
He must have been gambling with money he didn't really have.
Who's that?
Mickelson?
No, the other guy. The one that turned him in. The guy you mentioned who was
Why, Waters?
Waters, what is he? He was the gambler or something, sports gambler or something?
That's what he's saying, but he gave me inside trading information.
Right.
And he probably got it from somebody else.
He probably was a walking crackhead in the area.
Probably.
I mean, see, one thing about white skin, right? You can wear it anywhere. You know what I mean? It's like wearing a pair of pants that go with any shirt. The blend is very easy. Very easy.
Saying white goes with everything.
It goes with everything. You can go in any door. Hold it. Hi, how you doing? Hi. Okay, and you go right in the door. You okay? Now, when you bring the brown skin in there, are you with somebody? You remember?
Who are you here to see?
Who are you? Somebody?
Yeah, well, let me get a manager.
But the guy, if his white skin, he just held the door. Oh, I'll get that. I'll hold the door for you. Okay. Hold on, he's a criminal.
But see, my thing is Mickelson. He's probably been hanging around this, like you said, this two-bit gambler. He's the well-known sports gambler.
Right.
And you're gonna take some advice or something.
But see, everything you're saying as far as his prominency, his prominency is something that his family's enjoying, and that the media and the surface is enjoying. But then there's his dark side.
Oh, sure.
I mean, as long as the more people, some people that stay in the limelight like that, their dark side is vicious. Look at Tiger Woods. And Tiger Woods' karma is that I think his wife, that night when they were chasing each other in the Cadillac Escalade.
No, she was chasing him.
Yeah. Did I say chasing each other?
He was running.
Anyway, I think though in the house before he got in the car and ran from her, when she hit him with that club in his back, I think she hit a spine somewhere just right.
He hasn't been the
just
same.
right. He hasn't been the same since then.
Yeah.
He's not admitting what happened, but that situation with him, I mean, because he was messing around like 10, 12 women.
Yeah.
And
I think it was more.
And they're all cocktail waitresses. It ain't like he was up there with the Condoleezza Rices or anything. I mean, I had that kind of money. I'll be laying with Condoleezza or somebody.
Really? Condoleezza?
Well,
he like the intelligent women. Is that what
That's an exclusive coochie right there.
Yeah.
Ooh. She ain't looker, but I mean that coochie's exclusive.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, speaking of going down south, did you hear about this situation down in Mississippi?
Yeah, okay.
What happened?
Going down south.
What happened?
See, she'll say some clever stuff that'll get right past her.
What happened?
Yeah.
I'm saying Mississippi is down south.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, a federal court ordered a Mississippi town to combine its two high schools and middle schools on Friday in order to finally desegregate the school district after a 5-decade legal battle.
Really?
They've been fighting desegregation for 50 years.
That's crazy.
In this one area, this one little town in Mississippi. So the U.S. District Court for the Northern District of Mississippi ordered that the two high schools in Cleveland, Mississippi, should be consolidated into one high school immediately, calling the sustained segregation a decision that it's a burden that deprived generation of students of the constitutionally guaranteed right of an integrated education. Now, the court rejected two alternate proposals that were presented by the district and instead ordered the district to consolidate a mostly black middle school and high school with the mostly white ones, effectively ending segregation in a town of only 12,000 people, more than 50 years after the Brown versus Board of Education decision was made. Now, this district has 3,700 students, who are roughly 66% black and 30% white. So it says delaying desegregation obligations is both unacceptable and unconstitutional, according to the Principal Deputy Assistant Attorney General, Vanita Gupta. That was an Indian woman who is in charge. She's the head of the Justice Department Civil Rights Division in a statement that was announcing the decision. She said that this victory creates new opportunities for the children of Cleveland to learn, play, and thrive together. The court's ruling will result in the immediate and effective desegregation of the district's middle and high schools program for the first time in more than its century-long history. But a lawyer for the district told Jackson Clarion Ledger, the paper there, that they're still reviewing the 96-page decision and deciding whether they're going to appeal.
Shut up.
They're still thinking about whether they're going to fight this decision.
You know what's so interesting? First of all, when you say that you really can't fault the children at all, because
no, it's not the children.
All the children. No, I'm not saying you were faulting them, but all the children are doing is going to school.
Right.
And what's happening right now is that the parents and the grandparents are so and the authorities are so granulated in that racism in, what's it called? Cleveland,
Mississippi.
Okay, that is backwoods. And they said there's literally railroad tracks there, where things are on the other side of railroad tracks.
The white kids go to school on one side of the track, and the black
that
kids go
particular
on
railroad track situation, or the river, or whatever separates people allegedly. Just like I remember years ago in South Carolina, and I told this to some of my white friends, but they really don't. They don't really believe me. But Myrtle Beach had an area they called Atlantic Beach, which was a beach where they let black folks on. And it was about maybe a block and a half away. So the black folks went on Atlantic Beach, and the white folks went further down to Myrtle Beach.
Okay.
But when you get in the damn ocean, everybody's in the same water, which is crazy, okay?
Yeah, it's not like there's a fence.
So now, but the entrance to the water, and you're waving at the people over in the water. Now the ironic thing about that is a shark come by, eat everybody's ass up. And when
what color, huh?
What color, what? The shark came along and ate everybody. He ate up Atlantic Beach and Myrtle Beach.
Wow.
He didn't care where it was. So, and it has the same analogy now with Cleveland, Mississippi, which, as we know, ain't on the map nowhere. And I looked at the episode on TV with that particular story. And the kids they talk to are very prominent, intelligent young black children. And they're in the situation and the one guy said they need to keep it like that because if they mix us, it's going to be trouble. Because now the people that were keeping it, segregated like that have put all these seeds in people's heads that that's the way it should be.
Oh, sure.
So now it's completely crazy. So what they need to do is just kind of, they need to do some equal.
50 years they've been fighting this. This was a Supreme Court decision.
But who's been fighting, though?
That's
because there's no
the
fight.
people who run the school districts, I guess.
But there's only a fight if there's a equal decision of choice at the end. But if it stays segregated, that means the people that are pro-segregate is winning all the time.
Right.
So it's not a fight if only one side wins all the time.
Well, I'm saying they're fighting the Supreme Court decision.
Yeah, but I'm talking about inside the city.
Oh, no, they're not fighting each other. They just decided the people who run the school system made a decision, I guess 50 years ago, when Brown versus Board of Education was ruled.
They're going to stay
and
white.
they said, you know what, y'all can decide what you want at that Supreme Court.
But this is how we
roll in Cleveland, Mississippi.
Right.
And they're not having it. So they have left it the way that it is.
And I just saw in a TV show with the guy Bourdain, the guy that does the food and travels and eats the food and everything.
Oh yeah, Anthony Bourdain.
Right, and he is with this African American family, and they live in Harlem now. But
in Harlem.
Yeah.
Shout out.
Yeah, shout out. So the older lady, she might be about late 60s, early 70s.
Okay.
She's like, I wish we never left Mississippi. And I said, really? I'm thinking to myself, and we have this going on today, 2016? So she was like, when we came to New York, we didn't know much, and we got on welfare and yada yada. But look at you now.
Well,
You have, this prominent food guy here in your house, and you're cooking for him.
mhm.
So I'm like, she don't want to go back. She don't want that.
Well, that's what the Hebrews said when they got out of Egypt.
Oh yeah.
When Moses led them out of Egypt, and after they got out in the wilderness, and after a while, it was like, you know what? The thrill is gone. Now we're hungry, we're hot, we're tired. We should just go back and be slaves again. At least Master fed us every day, and
they got three squares.
We got three squares. Like maybe we should just turn and go back.
That sounds like the cycle of people.
That's a slave mentality.
Right, but then it goes back to the people in jail.
Mm-hmm.
The offenders, they come out, they can't readjust, and they just do something to go back because, hey, I got it good.
It's a comfort zone.
Three cops in a squat. I mean, come on now.
Yeah.
So,
That's rough.
But if you guys got any questions or comments what we're talking about, hit us up tonight. 914-803-4306.
And press 1.
Press 1.
If you're already on your phone, just press 1 and you'll be queued in, and just call us and say hello.
Yeah, just say hi. Just check in.
Say happy Friday. We're up here in Harlem at the, what's it called?
A loft. A loft.
A loft. It's a nice place. It's kind of modern and snazzy.
I hope they don't put us out.
Well, if y'all behave, we won't get put out.
Okay. Well, that bartender need to come back with that cocktail.
Okay, well, let's get them on this break, and we'll be right back.
Okay.
Does your gray hair make you look much older than you really are? Do Boy Scouts try to help you cross the street? Don't waste your time with messy hair colors that won't last. Wigs will just make your hair sweat. What you need is a permanent solution. You need
Gray Be Gone. Gray Be Gone
burns your gray hairs right down to the root. No more coloring with
Gray Be Gone.
Simply apply Gray Be Gone with the heat-protected gloves to your entire scalp. When you feel the burning, the gray hairs are being fried right on your head. After the procedure, just stick your head in a bucket of ice water to cool the burning, and just like that, no more gray hairs. You might have bald spots and burns where the gray used to be, but that's a whole different problem. Gray Be Gone will solve your gray hair problem once and for all.
Gray Be Gone.
Get yours today and make that gray go away.
Welcome back to the Pajama Party. I'm one of the hosts, Poppa DD. I'm here with Ketel.
Hello.
And Redwine.
Sunshine.
And as I always say, they work for me.
Yeah, you always but it doesn't make it true.
Anyway, our next hit, and that's a very interesting story about that, about those kids being in such a...
Yeah, that whole
They're just trying to keep... It ain't like they aren't dating or Facebook or anything. You ain't gonna trap them on all four sides.
Right.
And the main thing is to keep them away from each other. I mean, it's very deep. It's very deep, and it's driven by hatred, in my opinion. But anyway, our next hit it and quit it story we have is I spoke to Redwine and Ketel about this years ago about merging.
Mm-hmm.
Have I spoke to y'all about merging?
Yes, you have.
Companies at the wild, there'll be like maybe 3 airlines and 3 whatevers and 3 whatevers, because it's not so much that the merging of people together, it's that the businesses nowadays, with Americans being so simple-minded and dummied down, is that they're making so much money that they merge so they can have more people there to count money. They need more fingers on dollars counting dollars. And this is the main reason why the mergers are happening, because these people are making money. Airlines, everybody, even fees on ATM machines, they're making money. So they need more people to do whatever they're doing. But anyway, Bayer, which is I like that aspirin Bayer. It's not too harsh, because Tylenol, that shit'll kill you. Anyway, excuse my French. Anyway, Bayer, they have a nice thing called back and body. You heard of that before?
Bayer,
yeah. It's
They're
called
trying to get into everybody's pocket.
Bayer back and body. Those it's very good. If your back aches or your headaches, it's a very comfortable pill. Anyway, that's enough advertising.
Are you getting paid by Bayer?
That's what I'm wondering.
You know what?
What's going on?
I'm trying to keep the
Okay.
So what you got?
Insider trading.
You got some bear?
Watch you.
Let me call it
Okay.
SMC.
Yeah.
Got some
Okay.
insider mess right here.
What's Bear doing? What's up, Papa?
All right. So when your menstrual drops and you promoting Motrin,
See what I'm saying?
I
See what
won't
I'm
say
saying?
nothing. Anyway, moving on.
Yeah.
Bear AG, which is their little slogan, has approached Monsanto Company about a takeover. Okay, they will fuse two of the world's largest suppliers of crop seeds and pesticides, according to people familiar with the matter. So I'm going to show you that Bayer is dipping in all kinds of
Wait a
stuff.
minute. I thought they made pills.
Well, Bayer does have an insecticide. You know, the blue thing?
Oh, that's right. I
Bear.
have seen it. That stuff
Bear.
is good.
Oh, see? There's a light bulb, see?
I've used that before. It's a
See,
blue
once
and
you
red
wipe the dust off of red wine, it responds.
You know what?
Like a little cord you pull out of the mouth. Anyway, detailed, but this is probably already in effect because Bayer does have a insecticide already.
Okay.
It's in Home Depot. Anyway, details of the offer couldn't be learned, and it's unclear whether Monsanto will be, whether they'll go along with it or what have you. But should the bid succeed, a combination of the companies would boast $67 billion in annual sales. All right, and create the world's largest seed and crop chemical company. And what did I just say? So you really need to mark my word. People are merging, so there's more fingers to do what?
Count the money.
That's my girl. Exactly. They need more people to count the money. Let me read that line again. Should the bid succeed, a combination of the companies between Bayer and Monsanto Company, which we never heard of, but this Monsanto Company is a bunch of, what do you call them? They're chemists. They just sit back and make stuff to kill stuff. Okay? And they've gotten prominent.
Y'all better watch out them Bayer asthma.
So they have insecticides, they have stuff for your plants and everything. Because people nowadays are into plants as much as they're into animals anymore today. And now with the time frame now, you have different plants of all kind of nature, tomatoes, strawberry, cucumbers, and things like that.
My plants have names.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
They do.
Plants come to Red
They're like pets. Kitchy.
Plants, just so you know, plants come to Red Wine's house to die.
Whatever.
Okay.
They still have names.
You might need some of this pesticide or whatever they got going on.
Yeah, but this is this will be a $67 billion because they deal with the seeds and the pesticides.
That's a lot.
Not to mention the aspirins and everything else that goes with Bayer. We don't know what else Bayer has. Okay. So it's a big situation. Okay.
Wow.
The successful deal will ratchet up consolidation in the agriculture sector, such as they'll become rivals now with people like Dow Chemical Company, DuPont, Sagnia, Syngenta. Syngenta also has a bug spray in Home Depot, Syngenta. So it's big. It's big.
Wow.
So
interesting.
There you go. So Bayer is an interesting company. But I must say, as far as their aspirin is concerned, people can take the people that have heart attacks. Some people take Bayer every day, so it's very lightweight. I'm not advertising.
That insecticide is really some good stuff.
That Bayer, it's funky. But
yes, it is kind of strong.
Yeah, but to see the bugs die, it's fascinating, isn't it?
Oh my God!
I don't like to watch all that.
This stuff is strong.
I can't speak to all that. All I
It's a
know
blue
is
container with a trigger gun on it.
if you have any issues with unwanted guests and vermin and things of that nature, their products will get rid of them.
That Bayer stuff is amazing.
You guys have any in your underneath your cabinet? Hit us up tonight, 914-803-4306.
Press 1.
Press 1.
Okay. Talking about change. Taco Bell plans to test tasty new store layouts. Really? We got some interesting names for these different ways they're gonna do the store.
Taco Bell?
Yeah.
With their Taco Bell.
Yeah.
Why are they trying to get fancy?
Oh, they're gonna get fancy on you.
They're taking it from the other store.
With only so many ways to pack cheese and ground beef into a shell, Taco Bell is looking to change up something beyond their menu. The Irvine, California-based franchise will test 4 distinct restaurant designs in Orange County.
Oh, my goodness.
Beginning this summer. The templates, which featured pendant lighting, wood furniture, and color accents. Not normally seen in most of their 7,000 U.S. locations, are called, check this out, quote-unquote, urban edge, modern explorer, California soul, and heritage.
California soul.
Remember that movie that was out recently where they had the world came to an end and the only store that was left was Taco Bell? You remember that movie?
Was that
I think it was Planet of the Apes or something.
Something crazy.
Planet of the Apes said that, everything went out. The only store that survived was Taco Bell.
So they eating Taco Bell.
But Taco Bell's actually getting that from that store, what's it called? The Panda
Express?
Panda Express.
Panera Bread?
No, not Panera Bread. Panera Bread is like incarceration. That place is crazy.
I don't know.
Anyway, what's the place with the little bear? Panda.
Yeah, I think that's Panda
Express. Like the Chinese food.
Yeah, that's Panda
You see how elegant it is when you walk in there? How pretty it is in there?
Okay.
And they got the round thing with the glass, and you got the big bowls and all. They're taking a regular store and trying to make the ambience look good.
That's what it is, because they want you to spend more money. They want you to
like
spend
you
more.
do when you go to a
that's
club
probably
at
after
night.
they do all that.
You know, you go to the club at night, you put on your best stuff. And
I did hear the Taco Bell's introduced like a happy hour.
Really?
Yeah, and some of the stores, I forgot what cities they were, they're introducing beer and like cocktails. So they're having happy hour for like 2 hours.
Interesting.
That's what I said.
Okay.
I'm going to Taco Bell and meet my wife, huh?
Okay.
Good luck with that.
So they're going to go to Atlanta next to test the urban, of course, area.
To where?
Atlanta.
The ATL?
The ATL. Is it still, you shouldn't expect them to get too ambitious in trying to compete with seasoned beef rival Chipotle. What? The company recently attempted to open a non-branded concept store called the U.S. Taco Company in Huntington Beach, California, and the experiment ended with the restaurant closing its doors.
People probably went, what is that?
Yep. Yep. So that's my hit it and quit it.
Well, I've got another one for you about this company, Muirfield. I don't know if most people probably haven't heard of it, but Muirfield was stripped of its right to host the British Open, that's the golf tournament, after the Scottish club voted against admitting female members in a move that provoked sharp criticism from players and lawmakers on yesterday. The Honorable Company of Edinburgh Golfers, which owns Muirfield, announced its decision to retain the club's male-only policy following a ballot of its members. So they needed a 2/3 majority in order to make a change, and the vote was out of 616 members that voted, 36% were against allowing women.
Really?
Now, I'm trying to figure out, okay, if 36% were against allowing women, since when is 36% the majority? I don't understand that.
Funky math there.
Yeah, somebody doesn't understand arithmetic or something. Because they said out of 616 members who voted, 36% were against allowing women. But, okay, so it says going forward, we will not stage the championship at a venue. Oh, okay. Going forward, they will not stage the championship at a venue that does not admit women as members. Okay. I was about to say, put them on the kiss it list, but I guess they're okay. So they're saying that if the policy at the club should change, then we'll reconsider Muirfield as a venue for the Open in the future. So basically they're saying if the club where they're trying to host the Open does not admit female members, then they're not going to host the British Open there. That's what it boils down to. And they're saying that Muirfield has staged the British Open 16 times, dating all the way back to 1892. And they said most recently in 2013 when your boy Phil Mickelson won it. Mr. Mickelson, who's now in trouble with the SEC. So that's, pretty much that story. So I think we ought to keep an eye on them because I don't want them to say that now and then change up on us later on. But they're saying if the golf club, wherever they're looking at to host the event, they're saying if they don't admit female members, then they're not going to host the British Open there. That's what they're saying. So we'll see if they stick to that.
Have to watch that.
Yeah, you got to watch them. They sound tricky.
Yeah. They'll tell you one thing and do something different.
Mhm.
Yeah. You think they're gonna do the right thing, Papa?
Who knows?
We'll see. If not, we're gonna put them on the kiss it list. Guarantee that.
Well, I got one last one. Unfortunately, on the ending note here, as everyone knows now, morally safer. And all this time I thought it was morally Schaefer, but it's morally safer. S-A-F-E-R. He died at 84. Became the iconic 60 Minutes correspondent whose stylish stories on America's most watched news program made him one of television's most enduring stars. He did. He was a huge presence on 60 Minutes for 46 years, and he just retired. You just said he just retired, right, Papa? Yeah. They gave him some awards or some accolades or something, and he just retired. They said a week later he had passed.
Wow.
And remember Bernie Madoff? He did an interview with his wife, Ruth Madoff, in 2011. Had 18.5 million people watch that on the 60 Minutes, when he did the interview with her. So he's done some big interviews with some big people. I mean, President of the United States, different presidents, and he's done a lot. They said he had several homes. He was a fanatic about cars. He owns an English Rolls-Royce, Lamborghini, Ferrari convertible. He loved to travel, vacation in Europe all the time, and he did a lot of stories over there too, they said. And he survived by his wife 48 years.
Wow.
One daughter, and 3 grandchildren.
Yeah, I was sorry to hear about that.
And they said the funeral arrangements are private. Memorial service will be announced at a later date. Yeah. Oh, Maury. 84. He did a lot for CBS.
Another great one gone.
I know. Another one bites the dust, huh?
Yep.
Yep. So, you guys got any questions or comments what we're talking about? Hit us up tonight, 914-803-4306.
And press 1.
Press 1. If you're in the queue, like Papa says, just push the 1 button.
Yeah, press 1.
Yeah, we ain't going to bite you.
Well, I won't. That's all I can say.
Okay. Well, we're going to take a little CC break, and we're going to come back with What's Poppin' with Poppa DD.
It's another Friday night at the Pajama Party Show, and we're here with our PJs on because you know we don't allow clothes in here. If you enjoyed the Pajama Party Show, why not invite a friend or tell a neighbor to tune in right now? Go ahead and text them. I'll wait. Tell them to call us right now at 914-803-4306. And if they want to join in on the conversation, tell them to press 1 so that we'll know they have something to say. We'd love to meet your neighbors, friends, and relatives, so send them a text, email them, or call them up and tell them to join us for the Pajama Party live on Blog Talk Radio. The more the merrier. Or is it Misery Loves Company? Or whichever. Tell them to call us up on 914-803-4306 if they just want to listen, or press 1 if you want to join the conversation. Now let's get back to the crew and more of the Pajama Party Show while I try to find out who hid the belt from my robe. I tell you the truth. Y'all know you're so wrong for that.
Yeah, welcome back to the Pajama Party. I'm one of your hosts, Poppa DD. I'm here with Redwine.
Bonsoir.
And Ketel.
Hello.
Ketel wanted to see a man about a horse, but she's back. Anyway.
Trying to hang out down there in the lobby up here in Harlem.
Hey.
At the Elo.
Hey.
We are. You know how close we are to, I didn't realize we were that close to the Apollo.
Yes.
We could walk to the Apollo.
I know that's right.
It's like a 3 or 4 minute walk.
And we're close to the Faison Bar House. Theater?
Yeah, some kind of theater. Yeah, we're going to have to go check all this stuff out.
Columbia U.
Tonight.
Oh, I'm up for it.
Hey.
I'll see you when I get back.
What you got tonight, Papa?
You know, what I want to talk about tonight on What's Poppin' is plants and flowers and vegetables and spices and things like that. If you go in either Lowe's or Home Depot or Walmart for that matter. You know, they all have their own particular nurseries and all. And now's a great time because if you go in there, the plants and the tomato plants, cucumber plants, all the herbs and everything are really growing right now, especially with all the rain that we've had in different areas. And all you have to do is just kind of bring them home and transplant them either to a pot or put them in the ground. It's a simple process. You just kind of cut the rim from around things and just put it in the pot deep, you know, depending on what type you have, because most of your vine type stuff, which consists of tomatoes and cucumbers or even watermelons or strawberries, these are vine type plants. So they need to be buried deep in the pot if you're gonna go pot first. But if you go pot first, you got to transplant again, because the ultimate growth begins in the dirt, in the earth. So you can go pot if you want to initially, so you can give it some growth and give it some stamina. But I'm saying all that to say that if you're not doing anything on a Saturday morning, go to these different nurseries and get a plant or get a tomato plant. And if you don't want to take so long to get your tomatoes up, get one that's already starting to sprout tomatoes already and bury it deep in the ground in your lawn. Just clean it out and get the rocks out and everything. And just bury it deep and get you some the soil, the topsoil, the dirt, the soil that comes in a bag. You can put that in there around the plant. But I just want to emphasize that nowadays these plants and these different flowers and stuff you can eat is growing in abundance in these nurseries, and you really need to go in these nurseries and get some of this stuff and do something on a Saturday morning. You know, if you have a little child or something, you can sit down and dig out the land with them and watch them put it in the ground. And because it's very rewarding, because May is the time to do your plants, because you do some stuff in May. You'll be eating it in July, believe me. Mm-hmm. July and August, you'll be eating tomatoes, you'll be eating strawberries or cucumbers or whatever it is you decide to grow in your yard. Just got to maintain it, keep the bugs away from it and the weeds and everything as it's growing, because as the different plants, especially fruit and food plants, start to grow, they start to smell. So everything out there starts to want to get with it, bees and hornets and everything that wants to come in, you know, attracted to the smell. But take the time to get your plant and plant it, and you know, you don't have to wait for what's that day called, Arbor Day or what have you. But just go get the plants, and because they're growing, they're in the little pots. They're in their smallest form in these different stores, and they're actually growing out of their form, so they need to be adopted. So they talk about animals and dogs and cats and all, but go pick up a plant or go pick up a food plant, tomatoes, especially tomatoes, because once they start growing, you won't go to the produce department for months buying tomatoes once those tomatoes start popping. So, but that's what's popping tonight is do something horticulture.
So are you a undercover farmer?
Well, they don't come to my house and die like they come to your house.
Nobody asked you that. All right.
But now's a good time to get
Farmer DD.
I heard that.
Okay, well that's a good tip.
So when you go to Home Depot, go back to the little flower area or Lowe's or Walmart even. But make sure it's well maintained. Don't bring home no crappy plant, because
not
plants
the Charlie
aren't
Brown looking.
Yeah, because that doesn't usually work. If it's dying in Home Depot, it's going to die in your yard too. So don't think, I'm going to just take this home and save it. Oh, no, you're not. Because, see, you got to understand that when a plant looks bad on the top, it means that its roots under the bottom, its veins in the bottom are bad.
That's like a person.
Top.
I was going to say, is this a metaphor for something? What you know, what is coming out of this, Papa?
Yeah, but that's
what it sounds like.
Bad seed.
But definitely go out there and get you something and put it in the ground.
All right.
And watch it grow.
All right.
Good advice.
Heard that.
Okay.
We're going to lighten it up a little bit.
With the weirdness.
Yeah, we're going to lighten it up a little bit. What
okay.
you got over there, Redwine?
I got one for you.
Uh-oh.
Okay. Michigan man has been charged after he paid a stripper with a fake $100 bill.
Really?
Yep. This is in, oh gosh.
Fake me out, Wisconsin.
It's in Cockville Township.
Oh, you know what?
Really?
That's the name of the town.
Yeah, okay, Redwine.
It's in Cockville Township in Michigan.
Oh, boy.
He faces charges after a stripper was paid with a counterfeit $100 bill following a lap dance. Stephen Gitcomb
Okay, Redwine.
What in the world?
That's his name.
Yeah, okay.
Stephen Gidcombe is charged with intentionally passing counterfeit money. Police tell the Detroit News that the fake bills were mixed in with real $100 bills. M Live, I guess that's MichiganLive.com, reports that the 32-year-old was arrested May 13th after returning to the same strip club in Cottville near Saginaw, Michigan, later that day. Chief Assistant Saginaw County Prosecutor Christopher Boyd says club workers were on the lookout for Gidcombe.
You know
Other
what?
fake bills were found at his home in Mount Morris. Boyd says that he made them on his computer.
Shut up.
Gidcombe faces a May 31st preliminary hearing, and he's being held on a $50,000 cash bond.
Really?
Not that money he printed, but real money.
He better not print no more, huh? Wow.
No, he better not.
The
stripper was like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
This money doesn't look quite right. And he had the nerve to come back again.
But you know what? A lot of times, realistically, when people see the money's not real, they'll pass it on to the next person because they don't want to, get investigated or, go to the bank or So they end up passing it on. Mm-hmm.
Oh well.
Yeah, that's crazy. But what you got over there, Pop?
Anyway, I have I don't know who wrote these stories, but the overtone of these stories is crazy. A sturgeon.
The fish? Is this the
sturgeon
fish
is a fish. It's a big fish. It's long and it's heavy. Mm-hmm. It's called a sturgeon. Mm-hmm. Okay. Now, what the story is that a leaping sturgeon knocks a boater unconscious in a Florida river. Okay.
Really?
Now.
Okay. Why not?
This is in a place called Chiefland, Florida. Mm-hmm. The Associated Press had reported this. Wildlife officials say a Florida man was knocked unconscious by a sturgeon fish, sturgeon fish are long with waggedy tails. It's crazy. Big fish, heavy, really.
They like a heavyweight fish.
It's heavy, it's long and it's heavy.
Like a long catfish.
He was knocked unconscious by a sturgeon fish that leaped into his boat. Okay, on the
You okay over there, Redwine?
on the Swanee River doing a fish tournament.
The Swanee River?
The Swanee River.
Way down on the Swanee River?
I'm right up on the Swanee River.
He got knocked out.
Okay. The Florida Fish and Wildlife Conservation Commission said in a news release that 62, who writes these stories? Sorry. Says that 62-year-old Ronald Dick. Okay, you know what, Redwine? Where do you get these stories?
Why is my name in it? I just work here. Remember, we work for you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So what happened?
Okay, the Wildlife Commission says that 62-year-old Ronald Dick and his son, Little Dick, were traveling about 30 miles an hour when a 4'5" a 4'5" fish jumped into the boat Saturday afternoon. Okay. Wait a minute. Who was the intern to write this stuff?
I don't know.
All right. I can't even read the rest of this. This is great. Anyway, the release said that Dick's injuries were not considered life-threatening and that he would be taken to the hospital for treatment. Redwine is just dying over there. Anyway, Wildman spokesman Andy Croft said boaters need to be more aware that large fish are found in the Swanee and Santa Fe River, and they sometimes leap into boats.
Okay.
And knock you out.
Mm-hmm. He said it's the first sturgeon injury of 2016. Last year, sturgeon killed one person and injured 8 people in Florida.
I'm going to knock you out.
All right.
Sturgeon going to knock you out. Oh.
Maybe they're retaliating.
Yeah, the last line, you're exactly right, because the last line says, look like the fish got the big bite this time.
Okay.
Oh, boy.
Which is called karma.
Mm-hmm. Sorry to hear about that.
So that's enough of these
fish.
Yeah, and these different derogatory.
Well, speaking of water, Woman, a GPS led her straight into a lake. Technology doesn't always love you back. A woman in, Tobermory? Where did the interns get these? Ontario drove down a boat ramp and into Lake Huron.
She drove down a boat ramp?
Last Thursday, thanks to faulty directions from her GPS. According to the Academy, Canadian Press, the woman who did
the Academy.
Thank you to the Academy. The GPS. Ketel. The woman who did not want to be identified, really, was attempting to navigate a nighttime fog and depended a little too heavily on her GPS to lead her into the right direction. Luckily, she was able to roll down the window, retrieve her purse, and climb out of the car before it started to sink.
Wait, she got her purse.
She was in the lake. She is reportedly doing just fine with no injuries other than a few technical trust issues. Technological trust issues. The GPS has not yet apologized for its actions. Really?
So she was riding in fog. She's riding in fog, and that's very understandable.
But a boat ramp?
Well, you would think
she was in fog. She couldn't
she
see
was going down. Yeah, I don't know.
And all the GPS saw was the opening to turn right. And it probably was
You're right, because sometimes they do say turn right, turn right.
Turn right, turn right.
I mean, I guess the signal must have dropped, and she just figured, well, I'll just keep going.
No, I'm telling you, sometimes with GPS systems, sometimes I'll be driving, and they'll tell me turn right like now, and I'm going into a damn alley. No. So something's not right. But you know what happens is if someone you're trying to pick up this signal and they're in the back of their house, it'll take you back by hand. Okay, anyway. Another chapter in the book. Okay. Ooh, you want to take a little break or you want to keep going, Redwine, with yours? You regrouped?
Oh, man. That weird news gets me every time.
It does. It's crazy.
But it's my favorite.
Okay, all right. We're going to take a little CC break. You guys want to hit us up tonight at 914-803-4306.
And press 1.
Press 1. Get in the queue. So just say hello. Just give a shout-out to anybody.
Yeah, don't be scared.
Yeah.
Hey, this is Redwine. Just doing a few promos for the Pajama Party Adult Online Radio Talk Show. You know how we do it. PJs only. No clothes allowed. And I was just trying to get this done.
Hey, Redwine, are you talking about the Pajama Party, where we talk about hot topics, movie reviews, living for the city, and what's popping with me, Poppa DD?
I know you guys aren't doing this spot without me. Ketel with the yellow sign. Did you tell everybody that they can reach us at apajamaparty.com or call us live, 914-803-4306. Check us out on Twitter, and don't forget to hit the list. Okay, now is the time for me to sing. We don't have time for all that.
Oh, she could sing.
Aw.
Let's get back to the show.
Okay.
Well, welcome back to the Pajama Party. I'm one of your hosts, Poppa DD. I'm here with Ketel.
Hello.
And Redwine.
Bonsoir.
And just so we can do our station identification, the Pajama Party is a late night adult talk show that goes on every Friday night, and we've been running it for about 2 years now, right? We started June of 2014 with a concept that who came up with it? Probably me.
Yeah, it probably was.
No, but it's something where we start off with 6 people first, right?
Yeah.
5 people. We had 5.
5 or 6.
It was 5 people, and we had to anyway. We had to crush some ice. Anyway, yeah. So we ended up with 3.
Oh boy.
And it's myself, Poppa DD, and we have Ketel.
Hello.
And we got Redwine.
Ha!
Okay, country.
Anyway, we're
rock and roll.
we're 1 white, 1 black, and 1 blonde. And it's a concept, and we've had parties. We've had the Pajama Party. We've had different things. We've had We had a birthday celebration for Redwine. We've done a lot of things. And we're starting off new, and we're learning, and we're growing, and we're, one thing we do is we get along, thank God, because we could probably have lost. We could be on TMZ. But
like Kelly and Michael.
And all we ask is
let's not do that.
Just tell a friend to bring a friend, and just to bask on our personality. We all have 3 different personalities, and don't get discouraged by anything you hear, because we're just reporting the news with the way we report it, and we all have our own personalities. We all do our own thing our own way. So don't nitpick at it. Just try to understand it.
And
people say, well, this is this, or this is that, or he does that, or he does that. I don't like this, I don't like that. Well,
It's all for information and entertainment.
Yeah, information and entertainment. Yeah. So don't take it too serious. We don't take ourselves as serious as you may take us.
Not at all.
So, and like I said, it's 9:00 Eastern time. 8:00 Central time.
Don't do it. Easy now,
It's
easy.
7:00 Mountain time.
Watch it now. Watch out.
They think I can't do this. You hear him in the background? Oh, God. He gonna mess up. He gonna mess up.
What time on the West Coast?
6:00 West Coast time.
Very nice.
Yeah, okay.
And
on the East Coast it's 9:00, like we said, and that's 9:15 CP time.
All right now.
Okay, just to lock that in.
Oh, you got it.
So anyway, we're going to go into, we all have our different segments. The segment we're going to go into now is Redwine segment of...
I'm just saying.
Come on with it.
Because that's what I do.
Don't do your thing, girl.
All right, so tonight I'm just saying, what is up with Oklahoma? I'm going to talk about Oklahoma tonight. So Oklahoma has voted to make abortions illegal in their state. I'm not saying that I'm pro or against abortion, but I do think that women should have the right to make a choice to have a surgical procedure if that's what they want to do. I mean, who are these lawmakers to decide that it's against the law, especially if the Supreme Court has already said that it's not? Oklahoma voted this week to make abortion a felony for doctors who perform this procedure. They're trying to go against the Supreme Court decision from 1973. So I guess Oklahoma state legislator got together and decided to be the moral compass for the entire state of Oklahoma and came up with this brainchild. So this bill that they voted on would keep any doctor that performs an abortion from obtaining or renewing a license to practice medicine in the entire state of Oklahoma. Really? Okay, really, Oklahoma? And the vote passed with a vote of 33-12 in favor with no discussion and no debate. So clearly they had already made up their minds about what they were going to do with this topic. And the vote passed with a vote, like I said, 33-12. So it was sponsored by Republican Senator Nathan Dahm. Okay? So come on, Senator Dahm. You couldn't find anything really important to sponsor? I'm just saying. Now, Governor Mary Fallin, who is an anti-abortion Republican, has until next Wednesday to sign the bill into law or to veto it. And as of today, this evening, I found out she actually decided to veto the bill. So shout out to Mayor Mary Fallin, or Fallin, however she pronounces it, Fallin. Now, Senator Dahm says that his ultimate plan is to overturn Roe versus Wade. That was a Supreme Court decision. So I guess he's the self-appointed big kahuna in the Oklahoma Senate. I don't know. After considering the fact that he is not a woman, I don't know what kind of real-world experience he even has with the topic. I'm just saying, to restrict the ability for a woman to have a choice whether to bring a life into the world based on a group of people's ideologies and beliefs just doesn't seem quite right to me. And these are just my beliefs. Now, these people aren't going to help pay for the care of these babies. They're not going to be around when these kids get sick. They're not going to be around when these kids need daycare. But these are the same people who will squawk and complain if these women apply for welfare assistance to help take care of these kids that they might not have wanted in the first place. I'm just saying. It's like this. You cannot stand on your moral soapbox and point your finger at the problem if you're one of the people adding to the problem. As the saying goes, if you're not part of the solution, you're probably part of the problem. Just saying. And it's funny that Oklahoma is also leading the charge to impeach President Obama over the transgender bathroom issue. These tight-butted jerks feel like the president's administration overstepped by mandating that the people's rights be, once again, people have the right to choose, what they want to do with the bathrooms and all of that stuff. People have been going crazy over this topic. And the people of Oklahoma in their Senate, in their short-sighted wisdom, I guess, or whatever you want to call it, they've decided that the Obama administration is wrong and they're right. And they want to make sure that they can do what they want to do. So they don't want people to be able to make their own choices about bathrooms. I'm like, really, Oklahoma? What is your problem? I mean, I'm not saying the whole state. I'm saying, what is the problem with the Oklahoma legislature? But here's the thing. The people that voted you in office, they have a voice. And the people that voted you in can also vote you out by not reelecting you again. So you might want to think about that. So the way I'm seeing it, if they're not feeling you right about now, they can exercise their right to choose somebody else to take your seat during the next election. So you can show off if you want to and act like you're so high and mighty and got so many high morals and all that if you want to. But I can't wait to see what happens when your precious daughter gets caught up in a situation, and I say situation with air quotes, and ends up pregnant, too young, and ill-prepared to have a baby. I guess you'll have to cross state lines to go somewhere where you can go get a safe and legal abortion, get a procedure done where you can go someplace and have it done safe. Because if you make it illegal, people will still do it. So if your objective is to keep people from doing it, you can forget about it. They'll go back to doing back alley things in unsafe, unsanitary places, and women will die and get infected and end up sterile because of all kind of problems. But, that's what you think is the right thing to do. Y'all have at it. I'm just glad the mayor had enough sense to veto it. But, it might come back around, but we'll see. So all I'm saying is that if one of your daughters or your sister or someone in your family gets caught up in a situation and you had gone ahead and outlawed it, what were you going to do then? Cross state lines and go do something in secret somewhere and then come back and to your little town in Oklahoma and act like everything's cool? Was that your plan? I'm just saying, y'all better think about it. I'm glad the mayor thought about it. This is Redwine, and I'm just saying. Oklahoma, what's up with you? All right, now. You dropping mics tonight? I'm just saying. No, because we're out of town. We can't be dropping mics tonight.
Yeah, that was nice, Redwine.
Yeah, I'm not saying I'm rather, pro or against.
Right.
I'm just for having the ability to make a safe and legal choice.
That's true.
Because ultimately we're going to answer to whoever we believe in and whoever we serve.
Mm-hmm.
So if it's wrong in the sight of who you serve,
right,
then you answer to them.
That's
but
true.
For these people to sit around and make decisions like that,
mm-hmm,
they should be ashamed of themselves.
Because you were talking earlier saying that, you don't want people to have to go behind, these back alleys and things like that.
Yeah, coat hanger procedures.
Right.
And, people, just like these people are doing those injections in hotel rooms and stuff now, with these butt implants and all this crazy stuff, because people are thinking, oh, I'm going to save money.
Mm-hmm.
I saw an ad or somebody told me to call this person and meet them at a hotel, and for $300, I can go get my butt enlarged and all of that. People are dying.
Yeah, that's true. But,
that's the same thing that used to happen before Roe versus Wade, when people had to go through illegal, unsafe situations.
That's true.
So I'm just saying, folks better think about it before they want to get on their soapbox.
All right. And where is this again?
This is in Oklahoma.
Okay, Oklahoma. On the list.
Yeah, at least the mayor did veto it, so maybe not.
Okay. Question mark.
but definitely the person who sponsored the bill.
Okay.
Let me find his name. Put him on there.
Put him on the kiss it list.
Yeah, I'll find his name. Put him on the kiss it list. 'Cause he's the one that cooked this whole foolishness up in the first place.
A new bill. Okay.
Yeah, he sponsored the bill, but the mayor vetoed it. I mean, the governor. I'm sorry. The governor vetoed it.
Right. You guys got any questions or comments what we're talking about? Hit us up tonight, 914-803-4306.
And press 1.
Press 1. Get in the queue so we can hear you. So we want to keep rolling, or we want to take a little CC break?
Keep rolling.
Okay, keep it rolling.
All right, come on here, Papa.
All right, living for the city.
That's my
What's
story.
going on in living for the city?
And you going to stick with it?
That's what he said. That's my story.
And now you going to stick with it?
I'm sticking with it.
All right, now.
All right, I want to talk about something called That's My Story. Now, we all really have the same story. I think that as you go out into society, okay, I'm going to give you a strong piece of advice. The number one thing that we have to hang our hat on is that you are how you were raised, okay, and you are what you learned while you were being raised. Now, we have to understand everybody doesn't have that same situation. So in the course of a day, you'll go through 10, 15 people that maybe had a better upbringing than you or a worse upbringing than you. But all that doesn't really matter because it all depends on how you handle every situation you happen to encounter or how you handle the people that you happen to be embalmed in. When I say embalmed, meaning whether it be the job or something you have to do every day, you know, if you got to go to a nursery every day, or if you have to go to whatever you got to do every day, go to work every day, these are people you come in contact with every day with no choice, and you have to have some type of dialogue with them. Now, let's talk about the upper echelon people. Well, so-called upper echelon people, because remember, we're all God's children. We're all born the same way. We all do the same things. Nobody in this world is doing anything different than anybody else, okay? You either have DirecTV, Verizon, Comcast, or whatever, okay?
Right seat.
Whatever remote control you point at the TV has got nothing to do with the programs that are coming at you. Those programs is coming at everybody, okay? Scandals coming after everybody. It just all depends on how you're accessing it, okay? They're coming out more than we're actually coming in. So you can get local channels and get it. If you only got local channels, that's your objective. Now, I'm saying all that to say this here. Let's go to the job market. Now, as you sit in the job market and you sit back and pout over not getting that promotion that you think you wanted or that you needed or that you're qualified to have, you have to understand that your boss above you, especially if he's black or she's black, is going through the same thing you're going through, but in a different echelon. Going back to Verizon, Comcast, and whatever. Because we're all doing the same things. So if you went to college and you have an upper management job, that's all you are. You're upper management. You're up in that different area. But upper management is no different from lower regular employee. What's the difference? You work in the office, I'm working the floor. Or somebody's working the dock. What difference does it make? We're all going to work. We all got to get up in the morning. We all have an obligation to the beasts out there. Mortgage, gas, electric, water, whatever we pay or maintain our lives with. We all doing the same thing. We just doing things on different levels. And it may not be a good level. You could be an upper echelon person, but you could be a cheap upper echelon person. You've seen times where you go to work and got a nicer car than your boss. Because he's a cheap ass or she's a cheap ass. Maybe she spends her money on something else. But remember, we're all doing the same thing. Because there's nothing you can do coming out of a womb when you're first born that's so fantastic and different that I'm not doing when I came out of a womb. Or you may be people on the job where you came to the job after they did, and they've been there longer, but you just took another route. And y'all met there at a certain time. So you started your job in the year 2015. But let's say you did a 20-year military career, and they'd be on that job for 20 years. But you were just doing something different. So don't let people play that, I've been here for such and such many years, so I know. You don't know jack. You've been there longer, but I took a different route. It's just like the game Life, the game board. You get $200 in a car. Everybody gets $200 in a car. When you roll the dice in the game Life, you can go to college or you can go to business. But they give everybody $200 in a car. Remember that. So, in closing, I just want to say this here. Your bosses got the same problems that you have, just on a different level. It's not even a level. It's just on a different situation. You know, they want the job also up top that they can't get because somebody holding them back up on that level. They won't let you know that. But they'll come down to your level on the dock or in the mail room or whatever and act like you're so beneath them when they're beneath somebody else up on their level. So beneath is the same meaning in the dictionary. Beneath means under a joker. Straight up, no matter who it may be, upper or lower. You're just beneath. No big deal. We all live and we die and we do the in-between. So don't take it so serious because all it is life. $200 and a car. That's it for me.
All right, then.
All right. Boils down to,
what it boils down to?
Mm-hmm. You seen a commercial online.
Uh-huh.
First you get $200 in a car. You can go far.
Is that how it went?
So play the game of life. You never heard Life commercial?
Mm-hmm.
What is that, an app?
No, it's a game board.
Oh.
What's that, an app? Says a 90-year-old woman. What do you know about apps? What are you, 90, Redwine?
Oh, boy.
Hey, I'm not as old as you are.
I ain't gonna mess with that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying.
It's a 65-year-old woman.
I don't know anything about that game.
If you guys can figure out how old Redwine and Poppa DD is, hit us up tonight, 914-803-4306.
And press 1.
When they said app in my day, it means somebody give me an app for that job. Yo, man, can you pick me up an app? Application.
Oh,
Paper.
I was going to say, what does that mean?
Paper app.
Okay.
We're going to keep it moving?
Yeah, keep it rolling.
Okay.
What's happening in Hollywood, Ketel?
Hollywood, wrap up. I know you guys have heard the big thing about James Bond, Daniel Craig. He's out. And a joker named Tom Hiddleston is in. With news emerging that Daniel Craig is reportedly done with James Bond after appearing in 4 films, including, remember, Spectrum last year, 2015?
I didn't see it.
Tom Hiddleston has emerged as the front runner to replace him.
Who's Tom Hiddleston?
I can't really tell you.
Is he British?
Yes, he's from the BBC television adaptation of John Le Carre's spy thriller, The Night Manager.
Never heard of it.
Yeah, he's 35 years old. I guess he was a younger Joker because Daniel Craig was 48. He turned down a blockbuster $100 million deal for 2 James Bond movies.
Daniel Craig?
Yeah.
Ooh.
I don't know what he was sipping on. But they also had some other favorites. Irish actor Aidan Turner. He's the second favorite. The next favorite was Idris Elba. They quote-unquote said he was too black. Anyway.
That was oh, my God.
Yeah, they said he was too urban.
Okay,
street.
Same thing.
Too street. Yeah, that's what they said.
And Tom Hardy. Since Spectre came out, there has been massive speculation as to whether Daniel Craig would return. And if he didn't, he would take over. We have seen Damon Lewis, Idris Elba, and Tom Hardy all occupy the top betting of various stages of at least 12 months. So they've been looking at different people. But
what about Denzel? Damn, he would have been.
Ooh, I don't think Denzel's tall enough. I don't know. Daniel Craig, he was a shorty too, but he had muscles.
All of these people are at least British or Scottish.
Yeah, maybe that's what they're looking for.
No, who could have did it?
Mm-hmm.
The gentleman who played, always playing playing the badass, always fighting. What is his name?
I don't know.
Got me on that one. Well, I guess when Papa figured it out, he'll blurt it out. Yeah, Craig, he started in the 2006, The Casino Royale. That was a good movie.
I don't think I saw that one either.
Spectrum was good, but Casino Royale was a better one.
I think after Pierce Brosnan, I quit.
Oh, you quit?
Yeah.
You gave up on James Bond?
Pierce Brosnan, I quit
I always love the music when it first comes on and everything. So dramatic.
Yeah, I like the intro, but
after that,
after
it
Pierce
fizzles
Brosnan,
out.
I was like, no, the rest of you all are just fake.
I heard that, but check this out. Some TV favorites this summer. Your flick, Wayward Pines.
Oh, that crazy series?
Yep, Night Shyamalan. He has burned us enough with his movies, so he prepared ourselves for Ultimate Wayward Pines. This was his first season. To our surprise, the series was a fun ride through a social experiment that didn't make you feel ridiculous for watching.
I liked it.
Yeah, it was good because it had Terrence Howard in it also.
Yeah, but even though they killed him off, I still liked it.
Yeah, he's coming back somehow.
They brought him back from the dead?
But we'll see. That premieres on Wednesday, May 25th at 9. They're redoing Roots. It's going to be on Lifetime and A&E on Monday, May the 30th at 9 p.m. Everybody knows the whole Roots thing, the whole saga. But they're going to redo it. So I don't know if it's going to be the same or it's going to be changed a little bit.
Well, let me just interject on that. They had a teleconference that one of my coworkers told me about. But by the time I found out about it, it was after the fact. But it was hosted by LeVar Burton. And it was open to everybody, any and everybody, and they gave the number out. And what she told me is, my coworker told me, is that it's not just a redo, but it's sort of like the continuation.
Oh.
And, of course, they're also trying to bring it to the next, I guess, generation.
I got you. Because the next generation has not seen it.
Right.
Right, because this
they're trying to accomplish a few things with it.
Right. This is historically done in 1977. Over 40 million people watched this miniseries. But this new one is going to be 2-hour episodes over 4 nights. So that should be interesting. And that starts on May 30th at 9 on History, Lifetime, and A&E. Also, again, Maya Rudolph and Martin Short. They're going to start in another, I guess, comedy similar to Saturday Night Live, Maya and Marty.
Yeah, I like the promos on it.
Really?
I like Maya. She's great.
She's funny, but her first one didn't go off too well. That's going to be on NBC, premieres Tuesday, May 31st at 10. Wow, must going to be some...
Yeah, to come on that late.
Yeah, some language there.
I found a guy out there that should be
Oh.
His name is Brian White.
Brian White? Oh.
Oh, yeah, Brian White.
Oh,
yeah. He usually does play a bad guy.
He always plays a bad guy.
He played in Good Deeds with Tyler Perry.
And also fighting. Remember, he was with that guy from Magic Mike. He was fighting him in the end.
Okay.
Terrence Howard was in there.
Right.
Terrence Howard was already
I did see
I never knew his
this
name.
guy,
he's good, yeah.
Yeah, he's serious.
Yeah.
Wasn't he in Drumline, too?
I don't remember.
Oh, no, not Drumline. I think it was Stomp the Yard.
Maybe when he first came out. I'm not sure.
Great for James Bond.
Yeah. Also, we have a few other ones. Never heard of Clever Man? It's going to be on Sundance TV. Premieres on Wednesday, June the 1st. It's a sci-fi drama. Humans have been trying to put down a new subhuman that threatens their place at the top. So the Clever Man, he
not
comes
familiar
in.
with that one.
Sounds like the job market.
Another one called Unreal. It's going to be on Lifetime, season 2. So they had a season 1, June 6th. Unreal, fictionalized look at the behind the scenes of a Bachelor type show. Was a surprise hit last summer.
Never heard of it.
Okay. With a black bachelor played by B.J. Britt. Really? Should be interesting. We'll have to check out Unreal.
Okay.
Casual, season 2. It's going to be on Hulu. Tuesday is June 7th. One of the last Woe Is Me indie-style comedies. We allowed to our lives last summer. Casual will find the terribly codependent sister-brother-niece trio. Sounds like Three's Company. Updated version of Three's Company.
Okay.
To try finding happiness separately.
And it's called Casual?
It's called Casual. It's going to be on Hulu TV. Brain Dead. Now, I did see some reviews on this. It starts Monday, June the 10th at 10. It's too soon to forgive the creators of The Good Wife, so they created this, Brain Dead. But we're going to get over it enough to tune into the next show, Brain Dead. It takes place in D.C., where a terrible epidemic of bugs is eating people's brains.
What?
That explains a lot. Yes, it does. Wrecked with happy endings and community producer Moses Port as showrunner. Big things are expected from this comedy. Think about Lost as a comedy. This is called Wrecked.
Wait a minute. So it's like they're comparing it to Lost, but funny.
Right.
Okay.
It's called Wreck. Of course, Orange is the New Black, their 4th season. It's going to be on Netflix. They got that locked down.
Yeah, they do.
It's going to be on Friday, June the 17th. So if you haven't seen Orange is the New Black, which I have not, I have to check it out. And one more, Stranger Things. Netflix has that locked down also. Winona Ryder, haven't seen her in a while. Stars in this 80s set supernatural drama revolving around a young boy who suddenly vanishes.
And is Winona the mother or the daughter? Oh, I'm thinking Judd. Wait a minute. She's one of the Judds?
No.
Judge Ryder is the.
I'm confused.
Winona Ryder. I think she was affiliated with the gentleman.
I know there was a mother and a daughter duo, and I thought it was. No,
that's the one that stole the stuff out of Macy's or stole out of some store, and she got caught.
Oh, yeah.
Little girl with dark hair.
Right.
Okay.
And for you Trekkie fans, they have a 50th anniversary party going on.
All right.
Yeah.
Where's the party?
It's in California.
Oh, I'm going to say the wrong one. That's Star Wars. Live long and prosper.
There you
Star
go.
Trek.
There you go. That's my Hollywood wrap up.
All righty.
Okay.
There's a lot happening.
It sure is. Look out for those summer blockbusters. Wayward Pines. I know you're going to look for that.
That thing was crazy.
And that Brain Dead, I might have checked that one out.
Yeah, I never even heard of that.
They've been doing some promos on it. So.
Okay.
All right.
So what's up with the cocktail of the week?
I don't know. Let's see what it is. Our intern just gave us that.
Okay.
What the heck is that? Looks
good. Okay. It's me, huh? Okay. This is called the Vera Cruzana. Vera Cruzana. Vera Cruzana. Okay. Yeah, this does look good. Okay, so it is 2 ounces of Milagro Reposado. What's that, tequila, right? That's the brownish, the golden tequila, Reposado. Okay, 2 ounces of Reposado tequila, 3/4 of an ounce of agave nectar, 1 ounce of fresh lime juice, 4 pineapple chunks, and 2 basil leaves.
Really?
So what you do is you get your shaker cup and you put the pineapple chunks and the basil leaves in your shaker cup, and you want to muddle that. So you got to use your muddler. Poppa DD's laughing. Use your muddler, and you want to smash that all up good and mix it up good. Then you add the remaining ingredients and some ice and shake it vigorously. After you do that, you want to strain it into a rocks glass filled with some fresh ice. Garnish it with a pineapple and basil. And that is the Vera Cruzana.
We don't have to cook with this basil. We're going to put it in our cocktail.
Yeah, put it in your cocktail. Where you muddle it. So you put the...
I don't know if Papa going to go for that one.
You love saying that word.
It's somebody. Yeah, I like that word, muddle.
Muddle it.
So, yeah, you'll be able to check out the cocktail of the week on the apajamaparty.com website and get the recipe. Try it out.
All right.
See if you like it.
All right.
We're going to sample this one over the weekend.
All right.
Really? I like it.
Are we?
Yes, we are.
Yeah.
And you're gonna like it.
You know, Papa gonna drink that basil.
He won't know it's in there. We won't tell him.
Yeah, okay, you gonna muddle it enough.
Yeah, I'm gonna muddle it all up. So he won't see it.
So what's our we're gonna move on to our kisser list. What's our kisser list, Papa? Come on.
Is right one up?
Yeah, it's right here. You gotta tell folks what our
what's
kisser
the
list.
kisser
Yeah, what is our kisser list? What is it compiled of?
Kisser list is compiled of people who have showed their butt hiney.
Really?
All week, done something crazy, did something foolish, thought they were getting away with something, and got caught in every aspect. You're welcome to call in and give names to the kisser list. These are people that you know, friends, family, sister, brother, mother, father. Don't matter.
Or people you've seen in the news this week. You
Right.
want to put them on the kisser list?
Donald Trump top of the list.
Yeah, Donald Trump always.
Okay, he's on there.
Yeah.
What we got on our list, Papa?
We got Brothers Scott and Steve. Leaders? Trump supporters that beat up beat up and urinated on a homeless man.
What?
Yeah.
What? They thought was an illegal immigrant.
Oh, God. Are you serious?
Wow.
They're two of those diehard Trump followers.
Yeah, they're crazy.
Yeah, they just looking for a reason to let their
Yeah,
racism.
but they're going to jail.
Yeah, that's just crazy. Okay.
State Representative Kenny Harvard, Republican from St. Francisville, Louisiana, for proposing an amendment that strippers should be no older than 28 years old and under 126 pounds.
Really?
And saying it's just a joke when female representations got outraged. Wait a minute,
And he tried to say he was just trying to make a joke about it.
No, that's just how he like his women.
Exactly.
All right,
when
man.
somebody called him out for it, then he was like, "Oh, relax, it's just a joke. It was just a joke."
But it was one of us, but we'd be underneath the jail.
So he says that he wants female strippers. Now, this state representative, Republican, ain't got nothing else to do to comment on how he think a stripper should look.
Exactly.
So you got to look at this stuff with the third eye and listen with the third ear. All right? Now, I'm sure there's somebody out there that's got a problem with paying their electric bill or water bill. Maybe you can help them out with it, or talk to somebody about trying to get a job, or somebody coming out of prison trying to get reformed that he can help out. But he's worrying about an amendment now.
Yeah.
Amendment meaning paperwork.
Yeah, it wasn't like he just
He
said
wants
it.
to submit paperwork saying that strippers, and I quote, now picture me, Poppa DD. I'm a state representative. Poppa DD, I'm Republican, St. Francis, Louisiana. You taxpayers are paying me $72,000 a year to come in here and represent your state. In my first order of business, I'm going to submit an amendment that said strippers should be, now me myself, I think strippers should strip to about 60. I think they should go up to about 300. I like them big and tall. Help me.
Lord.
Anyway.
That's what you, Papa. You gonna put you on the kisser list. Come on here. This kisser list.
Anyway, he says you want nobody older than 28 and under 160 pounds. Anyway.
That's crazy.
Oklahoma state legislation for going against the Supreme Court ruling and banning abortion in Oklahoma, and for wanting to impeach the president over the transgender bathroom controversy.
Crazy.
Donald Trump was saying they raised $6 million for bets, but was less, and they won't say the actual amount. The NRA officially endorsed Trump.
Really?
Okay.
Yeah, put them on the list.
Oh, God.
Kanye West for acting a fool and going off on the Ellen Show.
He sure did.
Yeah.
He was crazy. I think he's on something.
I don't know what that was about.
Oh, boy.
And they just interviewed by a closed circuit TV Kim Kardashian. She was going to win an award for breaking the internet or something. And she was getting ready. They showed her getting ready and everything. And Ellen said, "Why don't you go naked?" She was, but they had a really good interview, her and Kim. And then next, she said that your husband would be on here tomorrow. So we came there the next day acting a fool.
Yeah.
Of course.
Lord have mercy.
I
Yeah,
think
he's
Kim's
crazy.
the only one
He
got
was
some
ranting
intelligence.
about, I don't know what he was ranting about.
He don't even know.
No, he's a mess.
Also, I have Greg Surge, police chief.
Oh, yeah, our boy.
San Francisco.
Yep.
Yeah, San Francisco, a huge place. A huge place.
Ed Lee,
huge.
the mayor of San Francisco.
Ed Lee, Mr. Ed, right?
And, the horses, of course. The state of Mississippi for doing some crazy stuff down there with the,
with the desegregation.
Yes, of the schools.
Fighting against the Supreme Court ruling.
Over 50 years, really?
And Ronald Dick for letting that fish tap in his face.
Knock him out.
The sturgeon tap him in the face.
Ooh, okay. You got anybody else?
Who else? Macy's?
Of course, the Red Star.
Roger Goodell, did we say him?
Yeah. Roger
NFL.
Yep, and
all the homeowners associations.
What's
Tom Brady.
Yeah, thank you. You're right. What's the butt boy's name?
Yeah, Tom Brady. We got to start adding him to the list weekly.
And put the Toronto Raptors on there too. How they get to the playoffs, I don't know.
Is that hockey?
I don't know. No, basketball.
Basketball. Okay.
LeBron James and the Cleveland Cavaliers are pulverizing the Toronto Raptors, and that team is a team of Drake.
Aren't the Raptors extinct?
No, they're in the playoffs.
They must have
brought
back.
the real Raptors.
A raptor is
that's one of the dinosaur family things. Those things are extinct.
Yeah, that's what they got on the uniform. Looks like a little alligator-looking thing.
Some kind of reptilian
Yeah, it's
thing.
a reptile.
So what we got for him?
Oh, we got a special gift for him, and here it is.
Kiss my entire ass. Kiss my Irish ass. You better kiss my Irish ass. This world, kiss my ass. Kiss my ass. You can just kiss my ass. Baby, you can just kiss my ass. Oh, you can kiss my country ass. I said if you got a problem with any of that, you can kiss my natural born redneck to the bone, ever-loving country ass. That's right.
All right, welcome back to Pajama Party. I'm one of your hosts, Poppa DD. I'm here with Ketel.
Hello.
And Redwine.
Was it good for you?
And
what's your last word, Papa?
my last word. I tell you what. I just, as I spoke on things today, you know, the job market, people in general, and things like that. Remember, we're just living a basic life. You know, there's nothing fancy in this world. Fancy costs. So if you can afford fancy, then you go ahead and get fancy. But if you need to be basic and stay basic until you get yourself right, then go basic, because basic works also. It could be a little frustrating sometimes because it's not in an abundancy and it's pinpointed. But, you know, if you got to go basic for a minute. Go back to basics. And as well as what I said about putting a plant in the ground. I can't emphasize that enough. A plant or a food product. You know, go get you a tomato plant, you know, or something of that nature. Something that's going to grow and something you can enjoy. And, you know, just let yourself be free. To all the listeners out there, thank you for listening, and we'll talk to you next week.
What you got, Redwine?
Oh, one more thing. One more thing. We're going to Essence this year, right?
All right, now.
Oh, yeah, I'm going. You going?
You going?
I'm going.
I'm going.
I'm going. You going?
I'm going.
Okay, let's do it.
All right, now.
That's right. So we're gonna be pulling out maybe the
Gonna terrorize New Orleans.
end of June.
The Pajama Party.
Right around the corner.
Woo woo! It's gonna be interesting. Think we can wear pajamas down the main strip? What do you think?
I think anything goes
I
on
wear
Bourbon
pajamas
Street.
on Canal Street all the time.
Well, now,
Okay.
Anyway.
Well, my last word is I just want to say everybody should have a right to choose what you want to do with your own life. And all these people that sit up on their bench and hide behind their job and their position, making decisions for other people, and those decisions don't even have any impact or effect on them, shame on you. Shut your butt, go sit down, and shut up.
They ain't got no baby coming out of nowhere.
Exactly. You know, like I said, when these people end up with kids that they can't support, and now they want to apply for assistance from the state. These same people will be turning up their nose talking about all these welfare recipients and blah, blah, blah. Well, you should have thought of that before you force people into a situation. So, anyway, shout out to Mr. Waldo. We love you. We're praying for you. Keep your head up. It's going to be all right. Shout out to Philly, D.C., everybody we left in D.C. Shout out to Harlem. Thank you for hosting us tonight up here at the Aloft Hotel. We appreciate it, the hospitality. Very nice. We'll have to come up here one more time. I like it.
I know, that's right.
And thanks to everybody for listening. Who'd I miss? Shout out to Florida. Appreciate you. Shout out to the ATL.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
Appreciate all the Southern love and hospitality.
Mm-hmm.
And that's my last word.
Just gain your ground law.
Yeah.
See.
What's your last word, Kev?
Well, I want to thank our parent company, DC Homegrown, keeping the lights on. We appreciate your support. And you can check us out on apajamaparty.com. We are always there. We'll have our cocktail of the week and all our updates there. We got some birthday parties coming up. Mine. Hey.
Oh, yeah.
And yours, Redwine.
Well, I got a ways to go, but you're before me.
Mm-hmm. We're going to do a little something, so probably that week we'll tell you more information. We plan to have a live audience.
Yeah, that'll work.
Yeah, we're going to lock up Poppa DD. Since he say he the boss, so he's not going to be the boss of us that night.
No, we're going to lock him down.
Yeah, so my birthday's the end of July, and Redwine's in August, so we are going to have some new guests coming on, so we'll keep you informed on what's going on that, and we do have an anniversary coming up, and that's sometime in mid-June, so we'll talk more about that, but
Juneteenth.
all right, Juneteenth.
Yeah, Juneteenth. All right.
So thanks for listening, and peace. I'm out.
All right.
Say good night, Papa.
Good night, good night, good night.
Bonsoir.
Good night.
Initiating shutdown sequence.
Is it all over, Rock?
I guess so.
I bid you farewell, arrivederci, sayonara, and all that sort of jazz.
Well, when you gotta go, you gotta go.
Well, good night.
Yabiko. Sana.
I regret to announce this is the end. I'm going now.
Good night, and good luck.
Was it as good for you as it was for me?
Now give me a kiss and say good night. Good night.
Good night.
Thank you. Goodbye now. Goodbye. Goodbye. Thank you. Goodbye.
Thank you for attending our show, and good night.
On the party, rolling